You're listening to this episode on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or YouTube. Hit that subscribe button and leave us a comment. It would greatly benefit the show.
I just heard about the guy in Pixar who is in every Pixar. That's kind of cool.
Oh, the
like he voice acts in
actor? Yeah.
every single one.
John something?
John Lasseter?
Lasseter? Oh, like the one who directs a lot of them? Or?
Not John Lasseter, John Ratzenberger.
Oh,
Yeah,
Ratzenberger.
But he's dead, isn't he?
No, he's still alive.
Dead.
Yeah.
Mr. Potato Head.
Yeah.
I think he's Ham.
Yeah.
What?
I think he's the pig.
Oh.
Pig in Toy Story.
Oh, that's right. Don Rickles was Mr.
And
Potato Head.
Yeti and literally Joel just told me about this.
Wait,
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Oh, yeah.
I can wait. Mine's
Wow,
still,
guys. It's like you've never done this.
Mine's still.
This is episode 84.
We go 3, 2, 1.
Oops.
That was probably the best one on my. You fucked it up, Kirk.
You guys are so good at this.
I'm already paranoid about this camera.
When
'cause
we auditioned to be
it's still
brothers,
going. Okay, good.
we were asked, can you snap a cam? And
That's part of the
coming out
Farx
the womb, you
interview.
were like, yeah, Mom.
Who was the first... Wait, we were triplets? What's happening here?
Oh,
We're the
Nick
same
came
age.
first, then me, then Kirk.
What about
How far
Ben?
apart in age are you?
We're brothers.
What do you mean? Are you shy about your?
Yeah. Wait, no, you're
Oh, we
17,
made up jokes joke ages for ourselves that were younger. We're each about 3 years apart from each other.
That's significant. That's a fair bit.
We have experienced different parts of the timeline we all call life.
I've been 25 for 16 years.
I also perpetually feel like I'm like 27, honestly. 25, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I get auditions where it's like, someone in their early 20s. I was like, sweet. And then I'm like, wait, but I'm not. And then I get an audition for like someone who's like 40, and I'm like, no. And then I'm like, oh. I don't. It's a weird like what I feel like, and it's just acting is weird.
Moaning Myrtle in
Yeah, she was like 40, wasn't
yeah,
she?
that's my teenager.
37. Excuse me.
She was practically 40.
Playing a 14-year-old.
Yeah, that's very funny. Also, I don't know. It happens all the sorts of times where you have actors who are in their like late 20s playing 16-year-olds, and yeah, it's weird.
Taylor Kitsch was in his 30s on Friday Night Lights.
Taylor Kitsch?
The
movie or the TV show?
TV show.
Well, welcome to Movie Bears with the Farx Brothers. I'm Kirk.
I'm Kyle. Look at the camera when you say it.
I don't think that's catchy enough.
Hi, I'm Nick. I guess.
And we're joining with Alex Rumsey. This is the spoilers for Mother.
And Alex is an Upper Midwest filmmaker. What did the
Multi-hyphenate?
Yeah, that's your favorite word.
As people will know in the interview, obviously, that when
So the interview part is first, yeah?
No, well, wait, are you asking me to be funny?
No, I'm asking on purpose because I thought it was first.
No, we'll record the interview. Wink, wink. After
There
this.
it
Oh,
is.
right,
Yeah.
okay.
Yes, we'll record the interview
Yes.
after this. So we
you
danced
just-
around in the non-spoilers. What? Sorry.
Why don't you just record it in order?
Yeah, we
Yeah, I've
could
been
start
wondering
doing
the same
that.
thing.
We could.
Why not just record?
Okay, so the argument, I love debating why the show is the way it is. Let me
Great.
tell you why.
Let's talk about how the hamburger's made.
Yes.
Here's how, well, you kill the cow.
Alternatively, sausage.
The metaphor is, yes. Thank you for correcting him on his idioms.
Give our this that way.
The reason we do the interview first is because not everyone that is on the show is someone that we've like worked with multiple times that we know, and people love talking about themselves and people being interested in them. So it, I believe, makes them more comfortable to be actively disagreeing with me on camera to like get them to talk about themselves. And then when we release these, one would assume that the highest SEO thing is the movie that we're talking about in most circumstances.
Yeah.
And then the person, and there's been times where the person will be a higher SEO, I imagine, than the movie. And so because persons are coming for the movie, we start releasing with the movie portion. But I don't care how you listen to this. When it comes out, wait till it's all out. Listen to the interview first, then listen to non-spoiler, then listen to spoiler. All I care about is getting those sweet listens for ad dollars, baby.
Great. great.
And getting to communicate more with my colleagues across the local industry.
Oh, yeah.
But
nah.
money is first.
Yeah, of course, obviously.
Put
Yeah.
it in hand. What do you want to say about the allegory of mother, Alex?
Yeah, so my brilliant friend Jenna, who picked it up within the first 5 minutes somehow, I don't know. She said by the first time that Jennifer Lawrence got into the bathroom and was drinking that very strange elixir, that she had an idea of what was happening. And I was like, nothing has happened yet. Like, what are we talking about here? And then when the man shows up, she's like, ah. And then when man shows up, woman shows up, and she's like, already clocked this. I'm still super clueless. And then 2 sons show up, and she's like, there it is, which is the Book of Genesis. So which I saw a couple of reviews saying that it's just the Book of Genesis, which I super don't agree with. It's just the Bible. The allegory is God.
Because Jesus comes
Yeah.
as,
The child, yes.
the child. Like God has sex with the earth to make a
Yeah,
child.
which I thought was very interesting because I think the part that Jenna did not pick up on that I did was like, well, Jennifer Lawrence is not Mary. Like, that's not how this works.
No,
Yeah.
she's Mother Earth.
Yeah. Yes, she's Mother Earth, which is why all of humanity is like abusing her and taking advantage of her, and she's like saying protect me, and then God is ignoring her pleas because he cares about humanity more than he does Earth. So I was.
Let's tie in the domestic violence thing that we talked about a lot
Right.
in the non-spoiler section.
Yeah.
No. So, here's the point I couldn't say is that is God in an abusive relationship with the earth because he created man in his likeness?
Yeah, I
Yes.
kind of think
Yeah.
in
Sure.
in the
Damn it, I thought you
at
were
least
there.
in the
Go
world
aside.
of this film, the director makes a strong argument for this being the case. Like, Earth is being used up and abused and neglected all the time, and God cares about people more than he does Earth, which one could argue that Earth is not like if God created Earth, then it's not an equal like partnership. Like, Earth is a thing that he gets to choose whether humanity is a higher priority. But if you're viewing Earth as its own entity, as like mother, like a person, then you have the battle of wills or.
If you were taking
Yeah.
Genesis, God separates the light from the dark and the land from the sea. So, and is that a godlike being figuring out how to distill this to people thousands of years ago? Or does that imply that the omnipotent, omniscient God and Darren Aronofsky's an atheist, so who cares?
Fascinating.
Yeah, he grew up in a Judeo-Christian culture, so how has that affected all of us? And is as one of the, we make up 5% of the Earth's population in this country. We use 25% of the resources theoretically. When you look at food, oil, and energy, all these things. So are we the dominant culture? I don't know. I'm not willing to say that necessarily, but I'm wondering, does this movie wildly pivot from domestic violence to environmentalism?
Continue.
Here we go.
Well, actually,
Buckle up.
No. It's all still part of the domestic violence thing. So the way that God is abusive to the earth is by creating humans, and humans are actively making the earth bad.
Not making the earth bad.
Did you say he's abusive to the earth because he neglects humans? Is that what you said?
No, because he made humans in his image, and then the humans.
What does the image part have to do with anything?
Yeah, I'm kind of bumping on that. I don't know
the concept of a soul, like God, that in Judeo-Christianity, it's that we are different from the animals and the earth in a sense because we have, a soul that we can choose to give to God, or I think that's a generally accepted way of.
In the real world, I think, I know what you're talking about. I think I just didn't see in this particular story, in the allegory.
Oh, so the baby that Mother Earth has is Jesus, and then the people kill the baby and then literally eat it like the Eucharist in the Catholic faith, where they believe that there's a can't remember if it's transmogrification or transmutation.
Yeah, that's what I think it is. Yeah.
Okay.
No, but I like the relationship between him being God, and I know like the belief is that God made humans in His own image, but I don't know. I don't feel like that's relevant to that part of it is relevant to the allegory overall.
Well,
you know what I mean?
the guests are there because he invites them.
He invited them,
and he allows them as the man of the house.
Whether or not, I just don't. I think it's irrelevant if they're in His own image or not.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Yes,
Also,
I
he
agree.
let him
don't
in
care
because
about
he was
that
a
real
doctor. Wasn't it the main reason why he let him in because he was a doctor and he could be trustworthy?
Yeah, but he's like
More or
coffin
less.
hanging.
I
He
don't
like
know.
needs a doctor.
I feel like his title of a doctor is super irrelevant to the whole plot. But I think what you're saying, and you and I are on the same page of like God prioritizing humanity has nothing to do with the fact that we're in His image. Like it's just the fact that He's prioritized us. So I don't think it's part of the allegory either necessarily. But I think the argument would be made that can you abuse a thing? And if Earth is just a thing rather than a person, then I think that kind of changes your like interpretation of the actual God of the Bible versus the God of this story, who is a person, and Mother Earth is a really physical person.
Yes, because God, like in the Christian faith, or like, make it simpler. Like abusing animals is universally accepted as bad, except maybe in some parts of the world.
Yeah.
But like the conservation of the earth is something that some people interpret the Bible to be saying. Like, oh, you're supposed to conserve the earth because God created it and gets to take care of like God's creation and that sort of thing. So like the people, arguably, the people are doing something wrong. It's not Javier Bardem's fault that that Ed Harris and Michelle Pfeiffer are violating the boundaries. It's their fault. They're individuals, not collective of Javier Bardem.
Yes, I see what you're saying, but what I'm saying is rather than saying like, because we're still treating Earth as sacred, which I think it is. Like I think we should take care of Earth. I'm not saying like who cares about environmentalism?
Like, colonize Mars.
But
Okay.
I think an argument could be made that God, Javier Bardem, him, whoever we want to like call this, God of the Bible, made Earth as a tool, a thing, and like, would you accuse someone of abusing a toaster because they're using it too much? I think we can draw the line between an animal, a person, and a toaster. And I think some people might be able to argue the fact that God created everything, and so He gets to decide what things hold more value. And if He created the earth to be used up or treated like a toaster because it's a tool, then that's not abuse then. Does that make sense?
I think so. Yeah.
Which I'm not saying I agree with this. I'm just like presenting this like counterpoint.
Is this movie too pretentious, or is it actually a valuable piece of art because it inspires these types of conversations, is a thing that has been discussed in relation to this movie, because the audiences at the theaters gave it an F cinema score, which some horror movies see that as a pride of a badge.
I think because they marketed it as something totally different.
Yeah.
So you would blame
The
the
audience
marketing,
got
you wouldn't
something.
blame the movie for being
No, I
upsetting.
totally
Well, it's
blame
hard
the
to
marketing.
market something that has I felt so stupid for not understanding the allegory while I was watching it, because once I finished it and like looked it up and did all the research, and my friend Jen was like, well, it's the Bible. Then I was like, oh, duh, obviously you can see it everywhere. It's like on every single like moment. The crystal, the woman and the husband, and
the crystal for me, how's that biblical?
It's the apple,
it's the
isn't
apple.
it? Yeah.
Yeah.
The crystal.
The
is
man, the
apple?
woman, or Adam and Eve, they break the crystal, they eat the apple, they
Yeah.
are thrown from
I see.
Even the way the
Yeah.
house is laid up, where the office is like the Garden of Eden, and the man and the woman are
Don't go
cast
there.
out of it, and then he blocks it up, and no one can go in there, and yeah, all that stuff. And then, yeah, it's
Because then, like, her crystal is what starts the next
Generation.
revolution.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's where it gets a little you really stray from like biblical source, because
Yeah.
you see three generations of Earth being reborn, and the Earth being the Garden of Eden, like Mother Earth being, it gets a little wonky there from a Christian perspective. But.
You've seen Matrix Reloaded. Like, first of all, the author I know not to be a Christian, so I think he's just using the tropes of the Bible for his environmentalist message, because he thinks that might actually be effective.
And it has a lot of tropes, just like any sort of other mythology. You get Greek mythology, Norse mythology. It all has some stories that we retell in all sorts of ways. So, yeah.
I wonder, okay, the things that he chooses to include then, like Cain and Abel. Mm-hmm. That's maybe why people think this movie's just about Genesis, because I guess I can't remember. Oh, well, you could say that the Bible hints at its ending, but when you eat the apple, you're doomed. So got to start over. That's how God sees the world, and.
But he didn't at that point. It wasn't until the flood, as the first reset point.
The first reset point of Earth we're just gonna, and it's funny because the movie Darren Aronofsky made before this was
Noah. Yeah,
Have
that's
you
super
seen that
interesting.
movie?
No, you mentioned it, and I was really I was curious.
Well, sit down and watch it with the whole Christian family because the first hour is like Lord of the Rings, and there are rock monsters that are fallen angels that went out to one part of Earth. They went to the east, and then Cain, after he kills Abel, goes out there and makes
Sodom and Gomorrah. The Nephilim and the yeah.
Mm-hmm. all this stuff, and it spreads across the world, and Seth tries to avoid them, and
sure, that has biblical credence. That makes sense to me.
Sure, I mean, you speaking as, and can't remember if we got this in this part. It's definitely in the interview, which I know it will come in the future because I can see the future. You and I are Christians. You guys are outside the Christian
I am
faith.
definitely atheist.
Yeah, you're an atheist. Oh, sometimes you're a what do you call it? An agnostic, I thought.
No, it's atheist.
Oh, you're an atheist shamanist.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Well, yeah, I'm not going to ask you on your religion unless you want to start, or a lack thereof.
My religion is I don't know anything.
Yeah, you're an agnostic.
You're a nun.
Yeah, I'm a nun. I'm a nun.
None.
He's an NUN of NONE.
I feel like it is important to, given our political climate, it's important to state that Christianity has a lot of different flavors, just like a lot of other beliefs, and a lot of the far-right conservative mega version of Christianity I don't ascribe to being Christianity, which I think we do address that. Either that or we start talking about that before we recorded. So, because I feel like right now to identify as a Christian puts a lot of bad taste in people's mouths. I don't argue because Christians have done a lot of bad stuff throughout history. So I just want to acknowledge that.
I said it on the last string of episodes as a Christian in relation to a topic, but we've had other people come on the show and not want to talk about being Christian because they feel that it could, it comes with the context that I don't like you as a person because it's easy to use LGBTQIA plus as hey, they spent a lot of the past 25 years making it very clear how they felt politically. Yep. And so now you are facing the consequences of bearing those fruits.
Yep.
Yeah, so.
Oh, wow. Bearing those fruits,
See,
the apple Eden,
yeah.
The apples, yes.
Yeah.
I have to pause again.
Yeah.
He hides his balls and then it gets stuck. And then...
I was wondering if that maybe was the...
Yeah, it just gets...
Oh, yeah. It's a tiny little ball. It's gonna get lost.
It is a tiny little ball. This is a Nerf bullet.
Oh, all right, nice.
It's a Nerf bullet.
Yeah.
All of this is getting kept in for the record. That's my favorite thing.
Every time I leave and say stop pausing while I interrupt everything that's happening here. I'm sorry to everyone.
I don't. Please be as sorry as you choose to be. Opposite of waiting for Godot. I wrote that when we were doing notes.
Opposite waiting for Godot.
I don't know Godot well enough to comment on that. I can comment on the whole title, lowercase mother with an exclamation mark.
Yeah, why?
Because I looked it up. The director wanted the title to mirror the story, so it starts out small and gets bigger and more emphatic, which it really does. It starts out kind of. A little bit of and then ends with the world's ending literally. So that's why.
Nice, sure.
Oh.
Makes sense.
At least one interpretation that I saw.
The burning face at the beginning of the movie is not J-Law, it's the girl before.
Yeah, it's the girl before.
Yeah, that's why you get 3 iterations.
Yeah.
Is there a significance for why it's a different person every time?
I think just to show us that it's not
the same.
We're not in a time loop.
Yeah,
It's God who is always there, but he just messes up and then starts over again.
Matrix
But
Reloaded.
it's like, if it's never enough, I wonder why he does it every time. If he knows the ending, like, this is gonna happen again.
I think because the God of the Bible is an internally optimistic person who loves humanity so much that he will sacrifice continually because he always has hope that we will show up better each time.
Well, in the
Eventually.
New Testament, the church is the people, is seen as the bride, and God is seen as the groom. So in a different metaphor, like if you're using a literal biblical, like God would be married to, or Javier Bardem and
Jennifer Lawrence.
would be married to, no, like Michelle Pfeiffer or something. Like it would be some representative of all the people, not Earth. Earth, because when you read the Bible and it's, been interpreted from, scrolls that were found, the Dead Sea. So I don't what's been taken out, and then the interpretations done by different kings over time,
Right.
or kings, rulers, etc. I don't know. Does the Book of Enoch exist?
I think it does. Yeah. Okay.
You do? What?
Enoch was a left-handed priest, which is just cool. Anyways.
Wait, no, but is it the Book of Enoch?
Oh no! Sorry, I'm getting him mixed up with someone else. Sorry.
No, that's-
Everyone
Who's
who's
the left-handed priest? What is this?
He was a-
sitcom?
yeah, I'll text you. I'm left-handed, so I was very excited to find out
You're
that there's like a
left-handed?
specific story about like a left-handed
Left-handed.
person in the Bible, which
Nice.
in that culture was like super ostracized. So the fact that he's like called out as someone who's left-handed, and because he's left-handed, he killed an evil king because he was able to like hide a sword
Oh yeah.
on his left side.
Because this is like left-handed people were sometimes seen as evil, but then they used the Bible to show that like, no, see, even the Bible, God used left-handed people. Because like one of the things that I've like, I feel like I'm constantly in a struggle with my faith, which is I believe what I signed up for, but is that the revolution supposedly of Christianity, Judeo-Christianism, it's starting from the Jewish faith, and then the Messiah comes, and now it's for all people, but that was a great equalizer for like religions at the time of like instead of collectivism, everyone's an individual and all individuals are equal before God. So then to have a movie where all the humans in the movie seem somewhat equal is disorienting, I imagine, for people who don't like. Some people probably see this movie as blasphemy. I don't.
I am curious to know if it feels like blasphemy. I think it portrays humanity and him being God. He's pretty consistently kind and loving to humanity the entire time, and is sacrificing and keeps reaching out and you never see him get mad, right?
When he walls up the garden.
Oh, that's true. But
Oh,
that's
right, yeah,
but that's
that's
also
totally
in
true.
There's
like
righteous anger. Jesus gets mad in the
yeah,
Bible.
yeah. So I actually don't think it is blasphemy. If you want to take like a super kind perspective from Christianity, the idea that he rebuilds is him just like continually hoping that humanity can like change. And there's a book in the Bible where he has a prophet marry a prostitute as an allegory for him continually chasing after someone even though she constantly like strays away from him, and like he chases after her and brings her back and like keeps her safe. So I think the director held pretty close to that version, honestly, even though from an environmentalist standpoint we can see all of the unhealthy things that are happening at the same time.
No, that's you've put it to me in an interesting way, because a parallel draw between like how Javier Bardem says we need to forgive them. We need to forgive them, and theoretically that is the God that the Jesus followers claim to follow, is someone who is like, no, I'm giving you a way out. Please, like we have to forgive them. Like let's give you a way to be copacetic with the world, even though that's probably not the most kosher word to use, and yes, I know all the things I'm mixing there. But the season finale of series 5 of Fargo, where the like every season has like a Marge stand-in of like this protagonist woman who is just a good person, a good Midwestern person, and the way she models at the end of the 10 episodes, like forgiving the antagonist, like, and serving them food is to me like, oh, that's exactly what, like, you know, Midwestern Christianity as I know it is purporting to saying they want to promote. And then Javier Bardem says that in this, you know, Harvard director's movie. So it's like there's something there that's the same, and we kind of agree on what Christianity is. You kind of hate Christians, right? What do you think?
Wow. What?
No.
What was that?
You hate the concept, like, it's more the religiosity. And, like, I'm sure Nick is not dissimilar to me, like, and associates it with, like, the Tipper Gores of our childhood. Like, conservative Christians were these people who were like, that's bad, I don't like the horror movies Nick likes, and they're bad, and they're Satan. And Dungeons and Dragons, as we've talked about before.
It's satanic?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I mean, no, it's the. I think somewhere along the way, it's like, well, screw all this, like, feeding the poor shit. We just want power, sort of thing.
Yeah.
That's what I don't like. And I don't like lying. I don't like people saying I'm just being biblical. When I'm talking about, like, not wanting a black person flying my plane. And, like, don't piss on my leg and tell me it's raining. You're just being racist. Like, don't hide behind. Don't take this thing that has that's like a shorthand for good, like, which is like Christianity. Like, it became, you know, like, oh, this is automatically, like, good.
Helping the poor, the widows, yeah.
Because it got the reputation by being for good things initially, but then that once it becomes a shorthand for something good and positive, then, like, shitty people hide behind it. And, like, say, well, hey, it's like their armor. Like, you can't criticize me for my wanting, you know, blending nationalism with my religion and, like, wanting power and money. You can't attack me because now you're attacking my religion. That's what I don't like.
Yeah, well, the jihad, you know. Well, that's literally what a jihad is. It's a war, religious war, where violence is committed because of your faith. And that can happen from anyone's faith.
And I don't even think it's that so much. I mean, I think it's less so committing. It's a form of violence, like, but it's not like, oh, we're gonna go.
Making people feel unsafe is a form of violence.
Yeah, it's a form of violence, but it's different from, like, when you have people who, like, really believe that version of the religion that they're touting. Like, I don't want to pin it on, like, like, you're using the term jihad, and that's.
Well, I'm saying Christians can be part of a jihad. Well, it's associated with Muslims.
That's
you can
that's what I'm
use
saying.
Jihad for Christians.
Yeah.
So we just say extremist. That's all.
Yeah. Like, where I really believe I need to go, like, kill people to get into my version of heaven. Like that. Like, there's that, but, like, there's also the violence of just, like, turning a blind eye to.
People went to church during slavery,
People use the Bible to say that that's why we should have slaves.
Yeah.
Which is the same way I think people argue for, like, ostracizing LGBTQ people, because they're using the Bible inaccurately. And I think, you know, hopefully not much longer, people will realize that we're interpreting that things incorrectly and using, it's just, I hope we will look back at this point in history in the same way we now do between the abolition, what's the
abolition of slavery?
Yes, abolition of slavery, and say, like, people who use the Bible to support that are clearly wrong. I hope in a couple of years we will look back at the same period of history and be like, wow, I can't believe those Christians who, like, use the Bible to support hating queer people. Like, it needs to. There are lots of arguments to disprove that, and I just want people to see that.
One of the things that people, and I'm hoping to, like, elicit something out of one of these two, is like, well, why is the Bible okay slavery by talking about slavery? And to me, that's always been like, there's many different forms of slavery. That's not me justifying it. It's just saying there's, like, the Bible talks about a couple different forms of slavery, and then like, it's been an economic thing that's been around for a while. I think it's wrong. I think it's an example of why humans are imperfect. Because there wouldn't be any slaves in, you know, there's more slaves now than there were, you know, before. Because, hey, this phone, this is made with slave labor by, like, it's not exactly chattel slavery, but it's, you know, a form of economic slavery that, you know, that goes back to domestic abuse and how some people, you know, we know that if you financially immiserate people, there's a positive correlation to abuse that can come.
Yeah, but we made this argument kind of off air, but again, we can't use this economic struggle as a crutch for people to act like shitholes to each other. I mean, come on.
Act like shitholes.
Yeah,
the
like
people themselves are the nation.
Look,
They're
there are
shithole
plenty of
people.
people who go through terrible things, who go through mental health struggles, and still act decent. I don't understand this sudden, like, I'm not making enough money, so I'm going to treat my spouse or my partner like shit. Like, why? Like, why are you doing that?
Here's a fun thing about this movie is that we all had that thought about Javier Bardem, but he's not doing that, and we found a counter to it because maybe he is modeling God's love for humanity or
But
his
isn't
creation.
he God then? But why would, no matter what he does, wouldn't the people still love him? He could do anything.
If I had to quibble with the metaphor of this movie, I would
Uh-huh.
want to see the people kill each other more in the house.
You didn't see that enough? Holy
I
crap!
think they killed each other. That was pretty violent.
It was that part. That's part where I was like,
Where they're all fighting and
oh
killing.
my,
Kristen Wiig got
where
blown up.
where you go
Yeah,
through
you know
like
what? I guess you're right. They do kill each other. Yeah, that's a good point.
you go from a riot to war to encampments to
Yeah.
like you pass through so many stages of humanity in that section. I cannot fathom how they filmed that part. I was just, oh my gosh, I was blown away cinematically and then so confused emotionally and upset and stressed during that whole genocide part.
I wish Kristen Wiig would do this more. Is like be in
Play
something
serious
fucked up.
roles.
Yeah, like
It was an interesting role for her to play for
Yeah.
sure.
she hasn't done something like this in the past yet. Like the last thing I saw her in was the Gabby's Playhouse movie, and I know she's got kids by surrogacy, and twins, and that's
Okay.
great. What? My wife brought it up.
I know, but
And
that's a weird tidbit to bring up. She has kids by surrogacy. Okay.
she was in a movie that we made called Surrogate. Excuse me.
Oh, sure.
Cross
Sure.
branding.
All right.
JK production. Movie baiters. Farx
reach.
brothers.
Yeah, because everyone's
Yeah.
tracking Kristen Wiig and be like, oh, that other film you did. Yes,
Yes,
that's what everyone's doing.
wow.
Oh, she hasn't made as many, like, I don't know. Like, I'm not watching her TV show. My wife watched that, and like a 7. I think 6 or 7.
What's the
6,
TV show?
7. I'm going to do it every episode.
Wow. All right, so you want Kristen Wiig to be in more serious things?
I want her to be in things that show her in, like, I know she's funny and can play big characters, and I actually found her character in Gabby's Playhouse, given that I've watched her on SNL and had to watch Gabby's Playhouse non-consensually many times. I mean, I own the TV and have access to the Netflix, and I guess consent by turning it on for the children, but...
Alright.
Again, you could walk away if you want to.
You know
Yeah,
what?
Cal.
Why
You walk
don't
away.
I leave this abusive relationship I have with Gabby?
That you're doing to yourself,
Yeah.
not with her.
And
You're
you're paying
doing yes.
Netflix too. I mean, come on.
You would be so fucking annoyed if you had to ask yourself every gosh darn time,
Uh-huh.
a pinch on my left and a pinch on my right. Why is it sometimes a pinch, just one pinch on the right, and other times 2 pinches on the right? There's no logic.
I don't know what you're talking about,
a
so I don't
kid's
even
show.
know.
It's a song from Gabby's Playhouse.
I've gathered
Kirk
that
did
part.
bring up a good point about fading to white, which happened in this movie. Watch this fucking pivot.
Amazing,
For
amazing.
what?
When the dissolve
fade
to
to
white.
white. Yeah, every
sorry,
time-
dissolve to white.
Oh no, that's fine.
The movie dissolved to white 3 times.
Really?
Okay.
It did. And one of my
Are they like chapter breaks? Like what's the like?
Kirk,
think it was.
You tracked it. It was like when she had the baby.
Yeah.
And
When she feels, right before they had sex, or right as they were having sex?
Yeah, like when they
Yeah.
conceive the baby, and when she knows she's pregnant or something.
Mm-hmm.
So like, it didn't always fade to white, but it faded to white a couple of times.
Okay.
And maybe like because it's the baby, it's like it fades to pure good, which is if you give your life to Jesus. Yeah.
What?
That's why it fades to white.
Is it like she's at peace at that time then? Maybe she's happy
The
that
pieces
fades to
being
white?
created,
Yeah.
the bridge to
Yeah.
Yeah,
forgiveness.
maybe.
I don't remember
What
it
exactly?
specifically, but that
Yeah.
feels like thinking about the energy of the characters and where, like, when we see Jennifer Lawrence in distress and when we don't. Like, those are the moments where there actually isn't as much conflict. And I think the guests have left during those
Yes.
Yeah,
times.
definitely
So yeah,
left.
maybe it has to do more with like that sort of like peace feeling. That seems accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm a guest in your home, and I'm thinking about going, and I want to make sure that's okay.
Sitting on my
and that-
sink and like breaking.
What do you mean?
Yeah, what's the
I'm thinking about singing. You're singing, going, no, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, Yeah.
Do I have your consent to continue this conversation over another beverage?
Of course.
Okay. No, I wanted to make sure. Given the context of the conversation about the uninvited guests, I
literally invited you guys. So.
Yeah, I mean,
I know.
And we're not
We invited
strangers.
you on the show. We invited you on the show.
I'm pretty sure I said, "Can I be on another episode?" I'm pretty sure I did all that.
You're winning this debate so far. What is the thing in the toilet?
Yeah, is it the heart or is it not the heart?
Yeah.
I thought it was like a telltale heart or like some Edgar Allan Poe shit. Nick?
Oh, yeah. There is some Poe overlap, it feels like.
Yeah.
Poe? What's Poe?
Edgar Allan Poe.
Edgar Allan, with the telltale heart, with the beating and the walls. Gosh, and the whole golden elixir that she drinks too and then pours down the toilet. The people I was watching this with, we couldn't really land on it. And
Oil.
I looked.
Liquid gold.
Is that what
Why?
you think the
No,
crossover
or it's
is?
healing her because she thinks that she has to put this stuff in her.
But then she doesn't. She stops taking it after she's pregnant,
Yeah.
right? The
Yeah.
oil is because it's part of the earth.
Dinosaur bones.
But then the heart and the toilet or whatever that is.
Does the Bible mention dinosaurs?
Yes, technically.
Okay.
If you want to go to like leviathans, which are technically, I've heard it described as alligators or hippos, which I don't agree with because it's described as a dragon. That's how leviathans are read as. So,
Yeah, right.
And she plays Dungeons and Dragons.
I do.
Reads the
I'm a
Bible.
pro.
I mean, it could be anything. The
Some of
liquid
that,
stuff.
some of that, the sparkly gold stuff that she drinks, and the bloody thing in the toilet. I don't know. That part. There's some parts of this movie where I'm just like, I don't know. Do you think it's oil and what
No,
else?
I don't have a thing. I have a strong feeling about evil and a non-evil way in which I watch this movie because I support AdVod, ad-supported video on demand, which is how I watch this movie. And it gave me an experience I haven't had in like decades. Where like you know how you like watch Shawshank Redemption on cable.
I haven't.
Okay, but you know how it existed and
I do.
became very and like there are commercial breaks where they
I
sell
listened
like
to a
soap.
podcast about it. Yeah. Yes. Keep going. Yes.
You remember how TV was a thing where we saw some movies? And
I
there
didn't
were
grow up with
commercials?
cable, so thanks for being
Yeah.
really prejudiced.
I was
against
trying to
me.
be classist. Everything
Yeah.
comes back to economics. I don't
Yeah,
really know
yeah.
this about me. But they fix my monocle. It happens to be two of them.
Two rectangle monocles.
Having the experience of watching this movie with commercials
Yeah.
was like, this is not a movie that if this movie went to commercial, people are out. You're not selling that soap
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
So like it was, and the evil thing about this movie, and I'm actually this is a hill I'm willing to
Die on?
I don't know if I'm willing to die on it, but I'll fight for a little while. Is like I do think casino apps in your pocket, like the porn's bad enough on the phone. So if we give everyone the ability to financially immiserate themselves
Yeah.
from their phone easily, that's definitely going to be worse. And that's what a lot of the ads were for while we were watching this. Is like, yeah, I can see how humanity destroys itself.
Yeah. No, humanity is definitely destroying ourselves.
Well, and what's the point of the ads? Like, because I mean, it's not the point is not to what's the
The
word
point
you've
was
been
to get me
using?
to download the app.
Yeah.
So I'd have it in my phone.
Yeah, the point. So the word you've been using, immiserate.
Yeah, I love using the word immiserate.
Immiserate.
Financially immiserate.
That's not. It's not the point. It's incidental. But what is the real point? It's to get your money. Like it's all about like that's the corruption of like. Here's what even as like a agnostic, what I can get on board with. Like even before watching this, like as far as like allegorical connections to biblical like stories or whatever.
Cook, baby.
Like the all the stuff. Yeah, here we go. I got to change positions for this. 'cause
Yeah,
this
yeah,
is
I'm
gonna be good.
curious.
He's got
very
old
curious.
knees,
It might not
but
be
he's got a
good.
point, kids.
It might not be good, but when I get on my knees, it's like I have a point. No, I'm just,
You're Donnie, he's Bill.
no, I didn't mean like that. I just meant like
All right.
dramatic
Release the files.
change of position. God, I lost it. Oh, like no, it's like the technology and the profit chasing is like the like the forbidden fruit.
Yeah, like if we just use AI to figure out how to take more
Exactly.
money out of the working class, the proletariat.
Yeah, and that's what I find
eventually not need them.
fascinating. That like it's there's a definite like overlap with one side of the political aisle, which has its overlap with like modern day. I'm going to call it 2025 Christianity, not like who loves AI and loves. And what connections can you see between AI? You can see fucking slavery. We don't want to pay people to work. We want people to give their money to us for the stuff we make, but we want to make this stuff without paying people.
But Nick, abundance. You see, it's just FDR.
Abundance for whom?
Yeah.
Well, and
The filthy rich already? I mean, they already have enough money. How much more do they want?
Because there's enough, we'll all just pursue our interests and hobbies.
No, that's
artistic pursuits.
That's Elon Musk with his like
real.
melted like
abundance that
adult
was not
toy
started by Elon Musk.
No. But
Excuse me.
that's the type of crap that like people like him say. Like, oh, we're going to have universal high income. Oh yes.
Do you think there's any argument to be made for when the Industrial Revolution happened and people lost their minds over people losing their jobs and because technology was replacing workers, and when we had like went from candles to light bulbs, like people can be more productive with technology. Like, so the idea of like people can pursue their passions or whatever, like, is there some level where we think that technology advancing can be beneficial, or is it all just bad and scary?
I used to make that argument.
Oh, no,
this is. Oh, wait, sorry. You go first.
Oh, if you want me to, I mean,
I do. I want you to because.
Oh no, like
an unexpected.
Well,
argument.
like yeah, no, like like the car, I mean, like car, computers. Like I use a computer every day.
Car and plane, America.
Yeah, roads.
Sure. Yeah.
Having factory-made clothes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the Jenny mill, the cotton. What's the
Yeah.
cotton?
Cotton gin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But this is like a whole other level.
What?
Like with AI and stuff, and it's like we know from history, like there's this like simmering desire to like have work get done without paying for it, because that's what slavery was.
Oh yeah.
So we know it's there, and like we said, you can't do that anymore.
Let's
but
make
now
the
it's like,
slavery arguments. Like Ford, asshole. Guys who invented the plane, Wright brothers, assholes. John D. Rockefeller, asshole. Okay. Trains, planes, automobiles. All of these fuckers got big gangs. The Tammany Hall boys used to go and fuck people up for trying to start any competitors or do any shit that didn't work for the Ford family. Now, as a proud Michigander, I do understand that controlling your market share to some degree is necessary. And 40-hour work week, I mean, it kind of went along with certain other revolutions that were going on, women getting the right to vote and all these things. But, they 40-hour work week, people paid well, able to afford nice homes, but to some degree you have to defend that with a fist.
defend
like,
what? Defend what?
Your fiefdom to some degree. Like America doesn't have a bunch of military bases around the world because we, have to fight any wars. We have to make sure that we can still get 25% of the resources for 5% of the people.
Yeah, but in terms of like industry, what is that? When you're talking
Well,
about?
I'm just saying that same principle applies to. It's the Pareto principle of 20% of the marketplace is going to take 80% of the resources, and then within that 20%, there's another 20% that have 80% of the resources, and it just keeps going.
Well, what does that have to do with advances in technology?
Yeah, we kind of feel like we went off track.
Okay, is that there could be more advancement in the technology, and you saw it with like the internet when it was very decentralized. When things are centralized, advancements don't happen. This phone that we all have here, it wasn't.
The one you keep knocking the
Keep knocking the candle.
Yeah.
We got smartphones in the United States about 5 to 10 years later than they were in Asia and Europe because because they didn't have the same copyright policy as we do. Now at the same time, the copyright policy and the ability to defend it is what makes people want to transact business in the United States. So I've made arguments on both sides here. I dated myself.
Where do we circle this back into?
Technology and how the advancements of technology have been used to for evil to hurt people.
Oh no,
they've
been beneficial. It's just like I think the problem is right now the problem is like it's like the desire and the desire is to like not employ people at all. That's the difference.
Can
It's
I
not
bring
like,
it back to the movie in a fucking funky way?
Sure.
Cain and Abel. Cain's got to kill Abel to get what he has.
Yeah, but he never really
That's capitalism.
actually gets anything though. We don't know that he gets anything at the end.
Yeah, well, isn't that your anti-capitalist argument for why capitalism may not be the best system?
Well, he got his wallet back or whatever he came back to the house for. He didn't get anything in the end.
Well, he's
So
trying to
was it
get
worth
like
it?
his dad to change the will or something. Is that what he's trying to do
Yeah,
in
he
the
was,
movie?
but then he kills his brother, but his dad did try to give him some money.
Well, we don't really
Yeah.
get to see in this version. We don't get to see like well, if Abel's dead, right? If Abel is dead, then he can't accept the thing. So does things go to Cain? Anyways, that's not. I don't know if it fits with the consumerist allegory of Cain and Abel.
Well, it goes back to the first humans. They want something someone else has, and harnessing that desire is very powerful. Capitalism has brought 1 billion people out of poverty in the past 100 years, period. Mm-hmm. You can't argue with that. It's like, that's...
Yeah, but I would also argue it's gotten a little bit worse now. Like, it's not working as it did when we first started it.
We're the generation that is going, we might not have it better than our parents.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I've brought up some, if you make more than $30,000 a year according to $2011, then you're better than 98% of the planet.
Sure, you're better
off
in
than-
this circumstance doesn't necessarily mean that you are better off as an individual. You might not be. I
Yes,
don't know.
this is only measuring from a fiscal vector.
Uh-huh.
Movie question, just
Yeah.
to circle it back around.
Please.
I'm curious. After Kyle and I have talked lots and lots about how, I mean, I think very interestingly, Vanessa, when I told her I was doing this, she's like, "Oh, I read like a different take on the movie that she went into the movie watching. That was more about like art and creation rather than the biblical allegory that she ascribes to much more closely, which is why you should have a part 2 with like Vanessa about this." But
Vanessa, you're always invited on.
you and I have held very firmly with lots of Bible talk. Like I'm totally understand. But for people who haven't grown up, did you grow up in that like biblical tradition of any
No.
churches or?
we didn't go to church. I like soaked it up somehow, probably from grandparents, where like I grew up like just naturally believing like Adam and Eve story.
Okay.
And stuff,
Was
but
it
we
like
never.
as like a fable, like, or like as truth?
No, I mean, like it was, yeah, like there was I remember being a kid and like believing it, like that was like history.
Okay, and
Yeah.
you?
I mean, no direct like influence, but I've heard the stories or parts of the Bible before. Yeah.
Okay. So how does the story, the movie of Mother, if we're taking it as a biblical allegory, if we're going with that interpretation, how does it all land on either of you as, like, what was your main takeaway from it, I suppose?
God is terrible. Seems like I don't know. I mean,
Fair? Totally fair?
he kind of brings it on himself by
Yeah.
inviting men and women here, and then strangers, and then he gets too egotistical and ignores.
Yeah, because he wants all the
his-
attention,
yeah.
right? Like that.
Yeah.
That does seem to be a real
And it's
big
never
commentary.
enough, so he has to restart it again. And the
Yeah.
only thing that Mother has to give him is love. But then, if he has to do it again and again, is it the love he wants? Is it ever gonna be enough? So what's the point of doing it if he doesn't think it's gonna be enough? So
My first,
Yeah.
when we got to the end of the movie, before my lovely friend told me that it was the biblical allegory, I just got to the end and I was like, is it the Giving Tree? Is that what we're watching right now? Like a really upsetting adult version of the Giving Tree, which it does
Yeah.
have that sort of overlap. So what was your takeaway from it?
Well, I think it could be. I don't think God or him in this is like really I mean, maybe he's the antagonist by like some definition of the word, but like, I wonder if like humanity, like, and this actually kind of overlaps with the artistic and creative allegory too. I think it's the humanity that is like a failed experiment, like
Right,
because
yeah.
they're jumping on the sink and breaking shit, and like and like, well, that sounds like humanity.
Yep.
And like, I wonder, like, if there is like I think about that, like even outside of watching this movie, I think about it, or have thought about it a lot. Like, if there is like a conscious force that set all of this in motion, what do they think about what everyone's doing? Do they are they pleased? I would hope not. I would hope they would look at it and be like, oh, I fucked up, And like,
So you feel like,
and
sorry, just to clarify, you feel like
yeah.
God isn't the bad guy because he's trying to give humanity, like he's giving them the best, giving them the benefit of the doubt, and like humanity keeps falling short. So humanity is the antagonist in this.
almost, yeah, I get that. I think that could be a way to look at it. And then maybe God is too overly optimistic, but like wants to keep trying, and like hoping for a better outcome each time. And I see kind of an overlap with the creative thing too, because like you can start something, whatever it is, whether it's a writing thing or a painting or whatever, and then be like, oh, this sucks. This is not what I intended. Scrap it. And then
How does the mother come into this then? Or
well,
like,
I guess the mother then doesn't. I mean, at that point,
she's like the product of the creativity, right?
Oh no, I think the people.
Oh.
I think well. I don't know. I mean, it could be, you could look at it different ways, but like him inviting all these people to the house could be like the creative project or humanity, and being displeased with either one, whichever allegory you're going with.
I've been thinking something ever since you introduced the creative thing.
Yeah.
You've heard the phrase "killing your darlings," right?
Yeah. So is Earth killing the darling, or is humanity killing the darling?
When they're what's it called? When they're crowd surfing the baby and they snap its
Crowd
neck,
surfing, yeah.
that's killing your darling. That's and to further go with the metaphor of like artist to creation. Vanessa, you've been a topic this whole episode, which I hope you listen to since this is your favorite movie.
I don't know if she is. She's just, I don't know. She said it was her favorite. I don't want to put a declarative on it.
Thank you, good bait. She and I disagree, I think, functionally on she is cheating on art with her husband and I am cheating on my wife with art. Does that make sense? And how
You're saying in the sense of the movie or in real life, or like,
I'll
your
relate it back to
conversation with Vanessa. Is this what?
just something I want to relate it back to that, and then like you're all in romantic relationships, and to show that I've been listening, you have mentioned a very unfortunate relationship you were in, and you have still gotten into another relationship for like, could this all be about love, you know? And like, even though you've been in a relationship and a relationship has ended in your life before, you're still going to go after another one. Like you're not, it's kind of like the creative process of, even though I've made a project before and maybe it didn't have the results I wanted, I don't care. Like I love, like I'm about that life. I'm about that artist life. Sorry, I was watching, and this is how I'm going to invalidate what I just said. I'm sorry. I was watching Avengers Endgame with the younger daughter before bed, and Don Cheadle says, "Listen, Captain Marvel, we all about that superhero life." Okay, so that's where that's coming from.
How would you reintroduce Mother into this though? How would you introduce her character in this creative art?
Of the beginning is like, why does he keep why does God keep creating Earth for Earth to only be destroyed? Why do we keep getting into relationships only for it to end in suffering? Most of the time, most romantic relationships are not going to end in a marriage that lasts for 40, 50 years, 60 even. You know, but people still try.
Well, because they have a goal for something what they're imagining, and they're not achieving what they're imagining, so they try again. And like maybe the goal for God is to like, I want humanity and Earth to coexist.
Right.
I need to recreate humanity again, and maybe next time they won't break the sink.
Well, I think that's the favorable interpretation. Is why he has like 3 iterations, and why even if we go with like the actual biblical version of the flood story, is he has hope that things can be different, and then if you want to take the interpretation of God not being the abusive partner, is his relationship with humanity is kind and loving and pursuing, like we talked about with the story of the prophet who was going after, or is
Left-handed prophet?
no, not that one. The other one who was told to marry the prostitute.
Prostitute prophet, yeah. The prophet
What
who
is
marries
his
a
name?
I
Yeah,
don't know.
you
I was
need a name.
impressed. Both those polls I was impressed by. I was
I'm only
like,
thinking of
this
Chris-
Sunday school kid effed up.
Gosh.
I said F.
There is.
Somebody's
What is his name?
Googling.
There's a Redeeming Love is a. Gosh darn it.
Redeeming Love.
Francine Rivers wrote a book retelling the story of this prophet who goes after the prostitute and pursuing love, blah, blah, blah. And
Okay.
being super sidetracked. Let me circle back. Hang on. Give me a second.
I wish I was well read enough to know who Francine Rivers was. I just want to.
She used to be like a bodice ripper romance novel, and then became a Christian, and then like took all those books off the market.
Oh, like Anne Rice when she got super Catholic.
So I don't know. I don't know who Anne
But
Rice
Anne
is.
Rice didn't come back and take her vampire stuff off the market.
Vampire stuff. What?
Interview with the Vampire
Oh, huh.
and the whole series.
Yeah, Lestat.
Anyways, we could reinterpret the story of Mother for God being the loving character. But if we're taking the creation aspect of it, I think there's an argument that could be made that if God is an artist, and Earth is his creation, and then he invites humanity in, who is the public viewing his art and criticizing it, and how do we sacrifice humanity's opinion about our art? Do we destroy it? Do we uphold it? Do we protect it? Do we like? So I think the killing your darling is part of that. Like, does he? And then he like throws his previous draft away to make a new draft. So I don't know. I don't know if that's what Vanessa. What your interpretation was. She mentioned that there was an art take on it, and I'm just like imagining what it could be, and I think that's an interesting perspective if it is about creation.
Pun intended. God damn, that was good.
Wow, all right. Well,
Get it? Because goddamn.
yeah, I got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hosea.
Hosea is the prophet who marries
Oh.
the prostitute, Hosea.
Hosea. Oh, okay. Hosea, I get confused with Hosanna, which is in some of those choral things from the.
Hosanna is just like a name for God.
Yes. Okay. Yeshua is as well, and that's why Indiana Jones has to step on the Y
Yeah.
instead of the J.
Yes,
Oh.
indeed. Because the Hebrew alphabet, or Greek, whichever one it is. Anyways.
I gotta stop saying Yiddish when I refer to the Hebrew alphabet, because Yiddish is the like.
I am
colloquial.
so fascinated how many people are going to stop listening to this episode because we're getting so into the depths on like Bible stuff.
No,
I don't
like,
know,
but
I
it's,
think it's interesting.
we didn't talk any Bible stuff in the first part, and like
I mean, this Mother is like a biblical allegory, so I suppose it's like.
Yeah.
This is not a populist piece of entertainment, but I aspire to be a populist in that most people probably would not enjoy this movie based on its cinema score. But I also very much enjoy pluralism, which is the idea of ideas coexisting, in just ideas coexisting. And that we have a conversation that, like, hey, this piece of art has a strong relationship to Judeo-Christian faith. But, like, you and I happen to hold that faith. You two happen not to. These are my brothers. They are my family.
And we can talk about it. Sure.
We can talk about...
You can talk about it with your brothers, that's all I'm saying.
Oh, yes. And Cain, don't kill Abel.
Well, all right.
Do you
I
wish,
mean, I'm pretty short,
Do you wish
so.
you were Cain instead and he was Abel?
No, wait, which one gets killed?
I want to be the one that
I mean, I
doesn't
think-
die.
Yeah.
Abel gets killed, but he's the better brother.
Oh,
arguably,
okay, so I guess I should be the one who gets killed because I'm the better guy. Yeah.
You can arrange it.
Arrange it. Whoa.
Do you guys all remember the short, Pixar short, Bao?
Yeah, the one with the dumpling.
Uh-huh.
Well, I don't think it's a dumpling, but yeah.
It's
Is it
yeah,
dumpling?
well, Bao literally means Chinese. It's
Oh,
Chinese.
okay.
The
Dumpling,
What
yeah.
happens in this one? I've seen a lot of the shorts, but I don't know.
Where
if I
the
know
dumpling becomes alive and she doesn't want to. She tries to eat it and then becomes alive and then she has to take care of it like her own kid. But
it.
it's.
I'm not saying this part's
yeah.
so short. No.
Yeah, so her son leaves for college, and then she makes who used to love her Bao,
Yeah.
her Chinese dumplings, and then she makes one, and then the conclusion of the short is that she eats the dumpling she's made, and that relates to Mother to me.
I can
because
kind
they
of
eat
see
the
the
baby.
overlap. Gosh. What movie was that attached to?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one that I will sometimes just pull up to screw with my kids, and it like touches my wife in a certain
Is it
way.
a Pixar short?
It's
Yeah.
a Pixar short called BAO. It's on Disney Plus. pull it up with your family tomorrow after you're all full. Like the funniest thing to do would be on Thanksgiving after everyone's full. Like, here, kids, BAO and bow, and it's like, oh, what do you guys think about the Eucharist now?
Or just watch the end of Mother.
Yeah, for our mother, yeah, show them that.
Baby.
Gosh, that part was so. You see it coming from so far away
Yeah.
that's going to happen, and it's still so upsetting. Whoever did the sound design on Mother is a master person. Like, holy crap, that was well
It's
done.
pretty gross. Yeah.
Jennifer Lawrence cracked a rib while hyperventilating for this movie. As a
Oh.
performer, do you think is it like is it Vigo cracking the toe on Lord of the Rings, or
Well,
how do you feel about that?
I think Vigo hurting his foot was more of an accident, whereas Jennifer Lawrence was. My assumption is that she was like so in deep with her character that was like the physical outcome. I so desperately want to know what Jennifer Lawrence's like acting background is. Like, is she a method actor?
She was on a
Is she-
Jeff Foxworthy sitcom, and then she was in.
Bill Engvall. I remember seeing that before
Right.
she was famous.
I mean, like, what is
Get her
like?
done, come on.
Yeah.
What? How did she learn to act? Is she self-taught? Did she do
yeah.
classes? Is she like a method Meister, Chekhov,
She went from where-
Stanislavski? Like, I want to know what like her background is.
Who's the I Heart Huckabees guy? She did a bunch of movies with
David
him.
Russell.
David O. Russell directed The Fighter, and Darren Aronofsky produced it and may have contributed to the script.
Well,
that was
movie she's in doesn't tell me about her like
Yeah.
well.
how
I
she
guess
learned how to act. I want to know if she, because I saw an interview with her talking about Mother and how talking about her like injury,
Sure.
and how she feels like proud about the movie, but that she doesn't ever want to go to that place again.
Yeah.
Which totally understandable. Which makes me wonder if she's a little bit more on the method acting side of things, which I'm just fascinated by people's tools that they bring into a scenario where you have to be devastated.
No. You know the Laurence Olivier to Dustin Hoffman, right?
I know who does.
Laurence Olivier talking to Dustin Hoffman. They're doing a scene together. Dustin Hoffman stayed up all night and
For Marathon Man.
For
right?
Marathon Man, and because he's got to be tired in the scene.
Yeah.
And Laurence Olivier is like,
Have you ever
Whatever.
tried acting like that one? Yeah. Yeah.
isn't that the counter argument
It
to
is.
method acting?
Yes,
to like
it is.
don't break your.
No, it
she's a
absolutely
mother
is.
now. Actually, she
It
wasn't
is.
then.
I know, which is why I want to know what she brought into it. Is she someone who's staying up all night because she feels like she has to be tired?
Honestly, the same way I go to economics on all these problems is like I go to the AD is responsible for that happening, and I'm sorry to say that, but the AD is one of they're in charge of speed, so they're related to safety because speed will get in the way of safety, and there should have been someone who, like, for insurance purposes, it's an actuarial table to just say, okay, if you know your actress who is worth 8 figures is doing this on that day, there should be something like health specialists, physicians that could have anticipated this problem. I'm sorry, but I feel that way, and that she would take this on herself. I don't like that for performers. And as somebody who is not a performer first, I'm probably a producer first. That's where my mind goes in that. So that's my counter to
I
it.
don't think anyone would have any way of knowing that she was going to hurt herself in that
Yeah.
manner.
Accidents happen.
Or even like when Leonardo, he
Together?
slammed his hand on the glass and he was bleeding. That was real.
Yeah.
So like he kept with it.
I
You
think
didn't think that was gonna happen.
actors make choices because they
Yeah.
want to give a good performance because that's their livelihood and that's what brings them life and joy. And I think you can take precautions to not hurt yourself psychically by not method acting, which I think has a lot of. I've talked to my therapist, but my therapist knows so much about my acting life. It's delightful.
Is acting therapy for you?
It has such an overlap in a really beautiful way. But I think you need a therapist to talk about acting, and then you figure out things about yourself that then you bring to your therapist that you work through that then you can like reapply to acting. It's really circular.
Have Aaron Roberts and your therapist ever talked?
No, but that'd be awesome.
It's funny.
But I was just on set recently doing for Joey Pham his Z-Fest short film that he's making.
I love Joey Pham. Joey, come on the show.
Yeah, that'd be fun, Joey. That'd be great.
Pick a movie. Oh, pick.
You
I
can
had a
tell
movie I
us a
wanted.
movie?
Yeah, I had it just to fuck
I mean,
with
you
Nick.
can.
No. I'll say, Joey, I've got a movie for you to pick off camera to fuck with Nick because Nick's got to be on that episode. It's on camera. 6'7". What are you gonna do?
Okay,
So
so
we can throw it out.
I think there's a difference between protecting yourself emotionally, which is why you have tools where you can like step back from the emotions, so you're not like a Heath Ledger who like commit suicide because you get so deep in the character.
Wait,
or whatever.
who?
Heath. I always say Fletcher. It's Ledger, right?
He didn't commit suicide.
Yeah,
Olsen Twin gave him bad drugs.
Yeah, that he died because of
Yeah,
drug overdose or something. Not that he.
I thought there was an overlap with
One of
his
the
Joker
billionaire
character.
Olsen twins.
Oh,
I
I don't
blame
know.
the billionaire Olsen twin. Okay.
Okay, well, either way, people damage themselves
He
emotionally
was like
because.
28 too. It was like.
Well, I thought it had something to do with Batman. I'm misinformed.
No, he died. He died in between the production and the release of the movie, and it was because he was doing drugs drugs with an Olsen. I can legally. Who cares? Like, I can say whatever. I could say Mary-Kate and Ashley both put that stuff in his nose for all I know. You know, that's not what I'm saying happened. I think it was he took bad drugs and died.
All that to say, you can, as actors all the time, damage themselves emotionally because they want to give a good performance. So they like go into these really dark places and give beautiful, authentic performances because they literally are. I just like whacked my microphone because they're literally feeling these things. Versus something like, not to make it better or worse, but like a tool I've learned is Meisner. So you have an imaginary scenario, so when it's done, you can like step away from it.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that it doesn't still have an emotional cost. So I'm on the short film for Joey Pham, and my character has to have a really emotional moment. And I go there, like it's a beautiful moment, and me as a person seeing myself be a character is like, that's so great. You're getting so like upset. That's really nice. Like, good job. And so we like cut. And then the DP is like, okay, well, let's take a little bit of break, which he was doing to be a kindness, to be like, I can see that you're upset, but let's like take a break and stuff like that. And I was like, no, roll again.
Where was the AD?
I'm in the moment.
Was there an AD there?
I don't know who is being AD technically.
No, but I'm like, and this is not a criticism. It's just, to me, that's what my head goes to. Okay, like, I could, in this scenario, if I were behind the camera, you've got an AD who I'd more likely be than the cinematographer, not DP. DP is diminutive, as we've heard from other directors. It's not a real thing. I would say, okay, no, we know, like, it's okay to keep going. Like, the DP should say that. Like, they should not be making a decision like that. The AD should be making. Do we all agree? Like,
Yeah, but I mean,
Well, that's
in
what,
my experience, most short films made here don't have ADs, so
that's not.
That's
getting
part of
at
the-
that.
well,
yeah.
to your point about like you were saying that someone on set should have like been there to protect Jennifer Lawrence or stop her from like cracking her rib or whatever she did. And I think sometimes as an actor, you know that you have a performance that you want to show up for, that you know you have inside of you. If you can just like get there, and sometimes it takes multiple takes. Sometimes you appear really upset, and but to like go to a certain level that feels authentic can feel upsetting to other people, and maybe not until only afterwards do you realize that you accidentally like sprained your ankle or toe or cracked a rib or whatever. But I don't think anyone in the moment could have protected her from that, but she may have. I think that's just something she did it on accident and will learn from in the future, and maybe not go that deep, or will go that deep in a different way in the future. But I think that just shows that she's really committed to the part, even if it wasn't maybe not done in the most healthy way.
Let me give the rare, like, you win this bait because of a dumb reason I can relate to. Let me try and relate to you. So, Bo, who Nick could explain who that is, and I...
Sound guy that we've worked with before?
Yeah, actually.
Yeah, he was a
Giltz?
sound guy.
Yeah, he's delightful.
He's more of a VFX guy. Like,
Really?
his skill... Well, yeah.
Okay.
His skills in VFX. Like, he's good at audio design as well. He's a cool guy to have on production.
Yeah,
but
I like him a lot.
He's got a lot of post-talent and pre-talent, I'm sure. I don't know. The point I'm making...
Mid-talent.
Well, I'm actually about to talk about a production thing with him. Is he and I were out on skateboards, electric skateboards, and filming it using drones. And I took the skate like after an hour or two. Mine had one of them was on low battery, and I was like, it's not gonna ride well. So you take this one, and I'll get on this one. And then he caught a wipeout on camera that looked great. And we kept going because it's like I'm not gonna walk back on camera. I'm gonna ride this way all the way around. I think that's what you're saying.
Sometimes you have a performance that feels really good, so you keep going even though you're hurt. Yeah.
The thing I read that was also like explaining the allegory had quotes from Jennifer Lawrence, and I think she said she doesn't usually like go deep like that or like get so into the role, but she did for this one, and so I don't.
She was.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe.
I'm sorry, but I can't not take that out.
Don't reduce her.
Okay, but regardless,
Effort.
Sorry.
it doesn't matter. Like that, she's saying that she doesn't normally do that for whatever reason.
Yes.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And like, and she doesn't. I think she said she doesn't want to do that again.
Yeah.
Probably and that didn't mention the rib breaking, the thing I read, but probably factors into it. And also, I think I just get I don't know this for a fact, but I just get the impression she started like so. Well, and she was like a teenager. I don't think
then she made Winter's Bone.
Yeah, so I don't think she went like super like classes, like deep into classes and stuff like that. I think.
But then she did like 5 David O. Russell movies, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but we don't know if she's done between all those things. Like, she's obviously met a lot of directors and actors and grown as an actor to go from like sitcom to what she is now. And I just want to know like what her process is, and it's so hard to find that from people.
I don't see sitcom up to something. Sitcom and Oscar winner, same to me. Like as far as acting goes, and the like the impressiveness of the feat. But do you not feel that way? I'm always curious to ask. Well, you're wrong, but she's a performer. I'm asking her.
Well, I think the product that you're acting in doesn't necessarily mean that you're a good actor or a bad actor. Like I watched a campy horror movie that had a moment of acting that I thought was really gorgeously done. It was someone's being dragged away by like zombies, and she's like sobbing in terror. And
what was the movie?
Cabin in the Woods? Is that the right one?
Cabin in the Woods is a great movie.
Is it where
Thor's in it when he's like...
Yeah, Cabin in the Woods.
Yeah, that one.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. So she's being like dragged away before she gets cut in half, and she's like just like sobbing. And I was like, artificial terror is one of the hardest emotions for me to like tap into. So you can have a campy horror movie which has great acting, and so her performance is really good in that, even if other points it wasn't as good.
Is that an emotion you want to tap into on camera more?
Well, you want to write a script with
Not
artificial
in the slightest.
terror?
I'm always curious when actors say this. Because a different performer, I don't care, it's Chelsea Grant who was on, and she brought up something, and I can't remember. I haven't gone back and listened to where she talked about, like, I can't remember if it was I want to be in more funny stuff or scary stuff. She's in a lot of scary stuff and wants to do funny stuff or something. Kind of like you were saying with your play, as people may hear
later
in the future when I have that conversation. Something like that. Keep listening.
Yeah, I want to explore those feelings more, but I agree with what you're saying about just because you're on a sitcom doesn't mean that you're not a good actor versus an Oscar winner. But I think Oscar-worthy movies or things that get nominated put actors in those extreme scenarios where you have to show those big emotions to the nth most honest degree, where a sitcom doesn't ask that much of you most of the time. Not saying they can't, but they don't usually.
That is exactly what I was waiting to like hit on. Like you can like, because I like seeing that too, like really good acting in a movie that like doesn't deserve it.
Yeah.
Like a horror movie, like this is same with writing too. Like sometimes there's like really good writing in an otherwise
exactly.
But sitcoms like just across the board don't demand it.
Yeah, the demand is the point.
They might bring it sometimes if there's a window for it. Like it's a very special episode
It
where
depends on what kind of sitcom you're talking about, because is it like a 4-camera sitcom where like that type of acting is similar to like theater?
Name an example.
What Jim Parsons is doing in Big Bang Theory, even though I cannot stand the product.
That's not high value.
Jim Parsons is a very good actor.
Yeah.
And probably will be nominated for an Academy Award in his career.
Is Jim like Sheldon?
Yeah.
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 Which is
That's an impressive type of acting. He's
yeah,
not,
but I don't
like-
think it ever gets that serious where the acting is so great
Well,
to an Oscar
But that's
level
a tone
of acting.
that you're talking about a tone thing. Like Steve Carell, Steve Carell and Leslie Knope. I meant to say Michael Scott and Leslie Knope are characters played by actors who are achieving the same level of emotion, I believe, and like variety and nuance that you can see in an Oscar-worthy performance. And they did it over 11 hours in a year on NBC, and that's. I don't know.
So that's them bringing it, but like the shows don't demand it. They're bringing more than what the show demands, and that's why they're good.
yeah. And there are opportunities where like we're not saying sitcoms are less than. It's just usually you don't see as big of choices that are made on sitcoms versus cinematic epic movies, because that's not like what the story is telling. Which is it's not the actor's fault that they don't get those opportunities.
These are metatextual because you're looking at it from outside the thing. And I just feel like the actor who is able to, the performer, I'm just going to call it performer, the performer who is able to do even like the fucking Red Green show on PBS, which I couldn't stand. Like, that is an impressive thing to be doing. And a character work in this like heightened character.
But you don't go home and Red Green guy doesn't go home and like not be able to fall asleep because he can't shake the feeling about pretending like his mom is dead.
You're an exhibitionist who wants that feeling. And he might do that. You don't know, because there are characters with tragic backstories that could inform their wild characters.
Yeah, but has it ever come up with a show all that much?
Like
It
if
might
he's
not.
if he's
Yeah.
going through
I'm
that
sure
effort
there
of
are-
deciding that his
Yeah.
mom has died,
Daisies.
which makes him
That still all falls under them choosing to go there, though, whether even and going beyond what like the show demands. Like a sitcom.
No, this show, she would argue that Pushing Daisies demands that level of acting. Am I right?
But what Pushing Daisy, was that really a sitcom though?
It's an
I don't-
hour-long Brian
I
Fuller
wouldn't
story.
qualify that
I
as a
don't.
sitcom.
Yeah, sitcom. I
Yeah.
think sitcom. I think multi.
Okay, so we're gonna make a difference
Friends,
between
Laugh
How I Met
track.
Your Mother. With,
Yeah, if it has a laughing
Laugh
track,
track
and
is a
it's mostly
big one.
comedy, it's
Multi-
No,
can't
Multi-
be that
bullshit
level
on
of
Laugh
acting.
Track. Let the guest go, sorry.
It's fucking after midnight, dude.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
after
Yeah.
midnight.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Holy
is. So
crap.
we
And
should
we're talking about like
wrap this up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
No,
Last-
like sitcom. Yeah, I mean,
Most
like
people don't have a relationship with a sitcom in the past 15 years that has a laugh track. Unless they're over the age of 45.
Big Bang Theory has a laugh track.
Yes, I said unless they were over the age of 45, that's on CBS, and it hasn't been on in 5 years.
I can
And
see
the-
Modern Family as like a sitcom. There's no laugh track.
Yeah.
Young Sheldon doesn't have a laugh track, and most people I know under 20 who watch a Big Bang property.
But
there's
there's I don't know, they're still different than like an hour long like single camera. That's my belt
Actually,
squeaking.
Ian Armitage on Young Sheldon, I would argue, has an impressive performance that is nuanced and like his. Like, is he going home and going, oh, why is my dad not here? You know, why don't I relate to the people in my life like I want to? Maybe it doesn't matter. All that matters is the output to some degree. Because dead author. The actor doesn't matter. The director doesn't matter. The fucking second AD doesn't matter. Back in the office. It's what the product meant to the person consuming it. Dead author theory.
Oh, wait, Alex, do you have any last thoughts on Mother? Just so we can wrap this up, yeah.
This is a wild recording. Way
Yeah.
more nuanced than Knight's Tale, which I appreciate your guys'
'Cause Nick
time
I
wasn't
think it's
and talking. And
a great debate and a great
Fucking
discussion.
after midnight.
Mother is a crazy movie that I think is really well done and is worth a watch, even if you don't like horror, because it's not a horror.
Don't let me win that debate.
I would agree that it's not in the like hard horror category. It's more in a suspense category, I think.
You're hard because you watched it.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like literally I could talk about this movie for hours, and I feel like we scratched the surface on like two things, which then veered off into way other many things, and then we could, So
This movie was nominated for Razzies.
Hey, whoa, really?
Director, actor, and actress.
Damn, okay, well, sorry, I just lost it. Stay tuned for our interview with Alex. Bye-bye.
great.
Thank you for listening. For more JK Productions, find us on Instagram at JK Productions Team and on Facebook, JK Productions MN.